Hey, good afternoon, and welcome back to the channel. Bats the Gamer here, and today I am in Kryangar Castle. I didn't originally intend to make a video on a Saturday, but here I am because I ran into a issue, and I thought, well, you know what, maybe this will help some other players out regarding their armory. So, for some time now, I've been having a lot of frustration with this armory. It's doing crazy things, and I'll show you what it's also doing here in just a few moments. But, so let's get right to it. So a few moments ago, I just acquired a new helmet, and it's currently equipped now, and you can see here is the old one. Now, when I obtained this, it didn't have any double up arrows, no notification, like you would normally get. For example, what I mean is I'm talking about like these here, like these things here. It never had those up arrows. Okay, fine. And I was about to salvage it, and I thought, well, you know what? No, I better not, for a couple of reasons. Because one, because this is an eternal piece of equipment, and how do we know that? Well, all eternal equipment that is acquired through either a Terra Rift or the Terra Obelisks, it'll have a little dot right here, and this information will show up. How you see here, you see the difference here? That's how you know this is an eternal piece of equipment. Now, it's not really important why I wanted to switch this one out, but the fact is I did, and I knew I didn't want to get rid of it, so I went over here and I put it in my stash to maybe come back at a later time. And I was about to teleport out without overriding and saving my current build. So you may already see where this is going. Now, there's a lot of content in this game, so it's very easy to forget stuff. We all forget. You get busy. So what I mean is, if I would have teleported out of here, went about my activities, and not remembered to update and override my current build, which is this one here, I would have forgot. Because later on, I have a tower battle, which means I will need to switch to PvP. So I would have switched to my PvP loadout. And upon doing that, what that would have done is, as I just showed you guys, I put the old helmet into my stash. When I would have came back and swapped back to my PvE build, because I only have two. I'm not comfortable enough and have enough confidence in this armory, because I've been having a lot of catastrophe with this thing like the last month. So I only have two builds. Straight PvE, that's my universal build. I do everything with it. Works perfectly fine for me. And I have my PvE build. So if I would have came back after doing my PvP activities and swapped back to my PvE build, this would have re-equipped the old helmet. And there's a small chance I probably wouldn't have realized it, because since it had no double up arrows, the only way I knew was I come in here and I manually look at my secondary attributes, because all throughout the day I'm constantly taking screenshots, because I like to monitor my stats here. With every new piece of gear I get, well, any one that I equip, that is, I should say. So I'm constantly taking screenshots and referring to them all day long. It's normal for me to take like 5-6 screenshots all throughout the day, because I really like to know, my advancing, is my potency going up, so forth. So that would be the only way I would have known. So I realized at that point, well, you know what? I better make sure to save and update using the override button on that build. So when I did that, I saw the little slot here flash, and that's when it basically is an indicator that it registered the new helmet. And also, guys, make sure that if you're not sure if you're also having problems with this armory like I am, you only need to have this one selected. Because somehow, again, this past week or so, I came back in and this was unchecked. I know I didn't uncheck that, because I always have this selected. This one, you don't need this. Maybe some people do, but I don't. In my case, I always have this, and I have no other problems when this is checked here. But I think with the a few of the past recent patches here and updates, this Blizzard likes to unselect this somehow And the reason why I know that is because every time I come into my settings and I log onto the server and I'm getting invites and HelloCray invites from people, and I know I have that shit turned off, I come in here, I look, you see, look at all this stuff is checked in here. I never checked this. I always leave this like this. This is the only one that I have checked for Warband, because I don't do raids with my clan. I don't do raids with friends or recent party members, and definitely not strangers, maybe on occasion. But I don't like people inviting me. If I want to help them, I will, manually do it because I'm always, busy doing stuff. But once I exit out of here, I'll log back in, after any kind of an update, or maybe some update through the night. Maybe Blizzard doesn't even make anyone aware of it. I'll come back in here and look, and all these damn buttons are lit up again. That's on Blizzard's end, because that usually indicates that something has been updated or reset over the night, some kind of patch. So yeah, but it's the same thing with this here. You see, no, we got to go to this one. You always want to make sure that that's selected. Now, just to let you know, anytime you have a new one, those are going to be off by default. And again, if you know this information, no problem. Just skip it. And thanks for watching. But again, this is geared more towards new players who will maybe also be having some frustrations using this damn god-awful Armory. Maybe they hate it as much as I do, but it's necessary because 95% chance if you're playing on this game, you have to have 2 builds. You're likely going to be in a clan. You may be an immortal like I am. You're expected, to go to the Rite of Exile, the Vigil Blades. If you're in a clan, you need to go up to, show up to Shadow War. Well, at the bare minimum, you at least need 2 builds. Some kind of PvE build and some kind, a PvP build. And you see that's what I have here. And again, like I said, I don't have any confidence in the stability of this Armory to make any more than 2. I just don't trust it, because just the last 2 or 3 weeks alone, I had a huge increase, a huge decrease in my damage. I was at like 20,000. This was like 2 weeks ago. I have screenshots of it. And then next thing you know, I log in later, or I check in my stats, and next thing you know, I'm like down to like 18, 19,000 damage. What the hell? So yeah, but again, maybe partially it could have been probably for the same mistake I was just making right now. I probably went to swap that out, maybe a piece of gear. I didn't think about it, and I either saved it in my stash. I went to do some other activities, came back later, checked my stash, and I thought, oh, I don't need that piece of equipment anymore. Then I got rid of it, and guess what? I just salvaged and trashed a good piece of equipment. So yeah, so that's why this helmet is in here, because I don't want to get rid of this just yet. The reason why I chose a new one is because this has willpower, and since I'm Blood Knight, potency. Why is this not? Why can't we exit out of here now? Potency is very important, because you'll see here. Now my potency is at 2257 with that new helmet equipped. But the only bad thing is, since I do use Skewer on my PvE build, I'm now losing this benefit of this, which is very nice to have that, because you can see here for yourself. So I don't know, it's kind of a trade-off. That's how Blizzard designed this game. You get one good thing and you get negative for something else. It's the same thing like down here with these damn negative properties on this, because you see I have 6 pieces trophied, which in my opinion I think is one of the best cursed properties. But they're going to penalize us by imposing this negative property, which is now my skill cooldowns are increased by 3%. And that's very confusing how they word this for anyone who maybe doesn't know. It actually means the opposite. You'd think that, oh, that's a good thing. No, that's a bad thing. That means it's going to take longer to cool down instead of quicker to cool down. You want it to take quicker to cool down rather than longer. So yeah, that's kind of crappy. But anyhow, I think in my case, I wanted it for the combat. It's not by much, but I decided, you have to weigh the differences. It's going to be, different for each player, each build, each class. But in my case, I chose to go with a little bit higher combat rating, and because of the willpower, and because since I use Swarm of Bats is directly related to using potency, and you can see here on the old helmet, this doesn't have potency. You see, vitality, that gives life, and strength, that gives damage, which that's okay because you see here this is an increase, so it's swapping out. So yeah. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I'm going to show you something real quick, and this problem has been in existence since about February. I posted a bug report over on the Diablo Mortal forums, and here we are in April, and it's still not fixed. So here's what. Now remember, I'm on mobile. I'm sorry, I'm PC, not playing on mobile, Windows 11. Now I don't know if mobile players are experiencing this same issue, but let me show you what's happening here. So you see here, I have full health, right? Now I'll come and I'll switch to my other build, and we'll exit out, and look what happens over here. Now it reduces my health to like 50%. I can't understand why Blizzard hasn't fixed this yet. It's not really so much a big problem, because you're going to notice that you have missing health here, but that could be an issue because maybe, let's say you're doing open world farming, or maybe you're somewhere and you needed to come salvage real quick, and if you come in to Kranger real quick, swap your build and go back, or maybe whatever you do here, and you need to go back real quick and you forget, yeah, that could pose a problem. Point is, Blizzard needs to fix this crap. It's April and they still haven't fixed it. It's been like 2-3 months now. Anybody else having this same issue? Please let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, even if you go back, let's activate it again. It would be nice if it magically went back up. Oh no, it's still there, you see. We're still missing 50% health. Why? I can't understand why Blizzard doesn't properly test this stuff. But anyhow, so yeah, so that's pretty much it today. And you see, now I gotta hit Q.
Now I feel alive.
That'll get me back to full health. But yeah, once I do it again, it'll be the same thing all over again. So yeah, but that's not even the main focus of this video. So the main focus of this video, guys, is just again a tip to you if you're new, or if you're frustrated with this armory just as I am. Just make sure that any time that you do acquire a new piece of equipment, no matter what loadout it is, whether it's PvE or maybe you have a separate farming build or a PvP build, it doesn't matter. In my case, since that's a PvE piece of gear, I needed to save it to this loadout. So just make sure you guys are doing the same thing, or else you'll have the same problem likely as I just figured out right now. So okay, that's about it, guys. I really hope this information was helpful to you. If it was, please do give a like down below. And as always, thanks for watching, and you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you in the next video.